What's going on, lads? Viper here and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today I have for you my Serie A most meta players. Some very valuable players in this team. It's a very good team. Obviously we don't play this formation in game. This is just how I show you the best players. This isn't a tactics or any kind of thing like that. This is just to show you the best players in the league. So you know, these are my favourites. These are the players that I would go for if I was building a Serie A team. Or you could put them into a hybrid, of course, as well. As you can see as well, the hair has changed. I'm trying to look like Prime Wayne Rooney. I don't know if it looks very good or not. That's up to you guys to decide, I suppose. But yeah, let's get into the squad and see who we've got in the team. Do you need cheap, reliable coins? Check out MMOEXP for the cheapest coins on the market and use code VIPER to get 5% off. So starting off with, we have Mainan. He's a very good goalkeeper because of the 4-star weak foot, 6'3", and he's French, so he offers good links for hybrids. Just a very bog standard goalkeeper, probably the best in the league in my opinion. He's very hard to get past, very good goalkeeper, and yeah, that's why we've got him in the team. Don't need to talk about him for too long. Moving on to our right back, we have Cuadrado, one of the best right backs in the game, probably 5-star skills, the only 5-star skiller we have in Serie A. 90 pace, good shooting, good passing, good dribbling, okay defensively. I'd probably stick a sentinel on him just to juice up his defending and physical. He has really good stats though. Very good at going forward. Hopefully he gets a few special cards this year. And then we have a really powerful left back here. He's already very good. But I think a few upgrades is kind of needed for him to get onto like Hakimi and Walker's level. But yeah, he's the best option at right back in Serie A. And he is no joke either. He's a very good player. Probably top 5 right backs in the game. High medium work rates as well, which you can get away with. The 3-star weak foot is not an issue on a right back. So yeah, he's very balanced, and yeah, if you like skills, he's one of your best options for right back, full stop really. Moving on to our first centre back. First of all, we have Cordoba. This guy's very expensive. I think he's like 500k, which is actually quite cheap for what he has to offer. 86 pace, 90 defending, 87 physical. But the thing you're going to notice straight away is he has the craziest agility and balance, awful at passing, but his agility and balance is ridiculous. On a centre back, that's unheard of, and that is why he's holding a lot of value. Just because you can't get that on centre backs on FIFA, full stop, end of story. He has good composure and reactions, good passing abilities other than his vision, which kind of deteriorates the fact that he is good at passing. Obviously, you've got him for the defensive stats. Partnered up with that agility and balance, he will feel ridiculous on this game. I've actually used him in draft a fair bit, and he is an absolute joke. Get a shadow on this card, and you're probably looking at the best centre-back on the game, arguably. You know, the only people that really come close are Marquinhos and then Icons. They're, in my opinion, this is the best centre-back on the game, just because of his agility and balance, really. So if you do need somebody like this, go and get him. He obviously gives the perfect link to Cuadrado as well, which is really nice. And yeah, awesome centre-back on this game. Probably the best, in my opinion. Moving on to our next centre-back. This is a bit of a controversial choice. This is obviously in the main team. There was a pick between him or Koulibaly. I think Skriniar's better. I used him in the first weekend league when I got 16-0. He's a joke. I don't know why he's this good, because he's got an interesting pace split. Not the worst, but it's not the best either. He's very good in game. Plays ridiculous for some reason. Better than Koulibaly by a fair margin, in my opinion. Can't pass. He does have a 4-star weak foot though, so if you do want to, you know, if you get in a bit of trouble, he can help you out with the weak foot as well. Medium high work rates. Very good centre back on this game. Moving on to our left back now, we have my favourite left back in the game, probably. It's close between him and Mendy. And that is Hernandez. Obviously, Theo Hernandez he has a very like bulky body type, which is really nice on a fullback that has that much pace. You don't need to worry about agility and balance really on fullbacks. I do stick engines on most of my fullbacks. That is to get the vision and passing up though. So if you want to put an engine on him, go ahead. You could also use his inform, which is quite cheap for how good he already is. And I think he's a marvellous left back on this game. Probably the best in my opinion. Not probably, actually, he is definitely the best left back on the game in my opinion. Moving on to our right mid. Obviously it's not a right mid here. You're not looking too good for options at right mid in Serie A. So we've gone for Dybala here. This card's getting underlooked this year quite a lot. Just look at his stats. It is ridiculous how good his stats are. The only things he lacks really is composure and reactions, but the one thing you do have to watch out for is obviously the 3-star weak foot. If you're okay with 3-star weak foots, you've got a serious baller on your hands here. He has insane traits as well. Outside the foot shot, finesse shot trait, and the 2 best traits on the game. And yeah, his dribbling feels mental in game, close to Messi's. And yeah, he's very fun to play with, and he's very, very meta on this game. Moving on to our right centre mid, we have a very, very good box to box. I play him as a CDM. I think he's good enough to play in a 1-seed CDM as well, and that's Barella. He's doubled in price since he came out, and there's a good reason for that. You know, he's so good at dribbling, so good at passing, insane agility and balance, so he can jockey really, really quickly, and that is why he holds such a big value, because he is seriously meta to fit the CDM or box to box role. I just don't want to play him as a box to box personally myself, so I don't think his shooting stats are good enough. But yeah, if you play him as a CDM in a 2 or even a 1 in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, which we are going to have a formation guide coming out for very, very soon. He's an awesome, awesome player for that as well. So it's up to you how you want to play him. I'd personally play him as a CDM though. Get a shadow on him to juice up his defensive awareness and pace. And you've got a seriously, seriously good card on your hands here as well. Moving on to our left centre mid, we have who I probably think is a bit better than Barella, and that's Tonali. Insane pace, good agility and balance, good body type in game as well. Can't shoot to save his life really. He's great everywhere else though, with a 4-star weak foot as well. Medium high work rates as well, man. It's just such a well balanced card. Obviously Tonali isn't probably going to get any upgrades, but his card already here is just really, really good as well, man. So you don't really have to worry about any upgrades. Go and cop this card and he'll be in your team till Team of the Year probably. A lot of pros are using this card. There's a good reason for that. You know, he offers a strong link to Hernandez as well, which is really, really nice. And yeah, Tonali is a very, very good on this game. Coming in at about 100k, I believe. Maybe a bit cheaper than that, actually. Maybe like 70, 80k. But there's a reason why he's that expensive, and that's because he's a very, very meta card on this game as well. Moving on to our left mid. Now, this is one of my favourite players in the game. Pedro. Obviously, before the finesse shots got nerfed, he was a joke. Like, he scored every finesse shot I took with him. Obviously, if you didn't do this card, you can't put him in your team. We have options on the bench if you didn't do this card anyway, so don't worry about that. But yeah, Pedro's so good with the 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, medium work rates. He's a great cam in a 4-2-3-1, like a middle cam, because of his 5-star weak foot and the 4-star skills. Insane passing, insane pace really. If you want one stat to be better than the other with the pace, you want acceleration to be higher. His acceleration is higher. Cool agility and balance. Good stamina for Pedro, who's very old now. Does not deserve that stamina really. Yeah, he's just very, very good. Obviously, if you didn't do him, that's unlucky, because I think you miss out on an absolutely awesome card here. We've got a dead eye on him as well, so his short pass goes up to 99, and his vision's almost maxed out as well. I love this card very, very much. I think he's awesome. If you didn't do him, I feel bad for you, man. This is an awesome, awesome card, and I think he'll be good enough to stay in teams for a few more months yet. And yeah, you can't go wrong with Pedro. Hopefully you did do him. He came in quite cheap as well, like 100k or so. And he's very, very, very worth it. Now moving on to our 2 strikers. First of all, we have Arnautovic, Rule Breaker, which is a new card. And oh my god. Just look at the stats. I'm not even really going to speak too much. 92 strength. His dribbling is crazy for how good his strength is. Good finishing and shot power as well. The only issue with this card is his passing is a bit low. I'd personally stick an engine on this card to get his passing up, and his agility and balance almost maxed. I think he'd be awesome as a wide cam as well, just because of his strength, and once you get an engine on him, his passing will actually be quite good. 4-star as well. 6'4". He is like the 4-star skill move Ibra, if Ibra ever gets a special card again on FIFA, which he might not. But yeah, this card's ridiculous. He's very cheap as well for how meta this card is. Like, this card is silly. Like, very, very, very silly. I highly, highly recommend this card if you're building a Serie A squad. I don't think you can really say too much else about this card other than he's insane. Make sure you put an engine on him, and you've genuinely got one of the best 4-star strikers on the game. And then our other striker, who is probably one of the best, if not the best 4-star striker on the game, That is Di Natale. Obviously an absolute icon of the past in FIFA. Has been insane on FIFA for years. So glad they gave him a hero card. He is perfect for the striker position. 4-star, 4-star, high-low, 5'7", insane agility and balance, insane dribbling generally. Good finishing, good passing, good enough strength for him being 5'7", and his pace split's really nice. I could just go on for ages with this card. He is so good with the finesse shot and outside of the foot shot as well. Yeah, this card is expensive, understandably so. He is so good in game. I love this card, man. Love him in draft. He is a big carry on in draft for me whenever I get him. And yeah, he is just wonderful to play with. Could be in your team for the rest of the game probably. I love Di Natale. Shame they got rid of his 5-star weak foot. But yeah, Di Natale is next level good on this game. Moving on to our bench now. We have, starting off with, we have Lozano. Now he's in here just because, you know, if you've had him in previous years, you know why we've got him here. He's so good off the bench against tired legs because of how quick he is. He is just there to run and then get down to the byline and play the pass. He's so good at that. And yeah, that's why we like him. Moving on to our next player, we have Chiesa. One of my favourite players in real life, actually. Awesome card. If he gets a special card or two, we are looking at a seriously good player here. He's still very good now. Very good off the bench. Could even start him. I think he needs a special card for the way my team's developing currently. If you want to try him out now, he's still good enough. Get a hunter on him. Just juice up his pace and shooting. And yeah, this is a very good card as well. Moving on to our next player, we have El Shaarawy. He's not great, but the options are not very good in the Serie A for wide players. He's still okay though. You know, he's got a 3-star weak foot, which is an issue. Got rid of his 5-star skills as well. He's got 99 agility though. Good strength. Okay dribbling outside of that. Okay passing as well. Okay shooting. Probably needs one upgrade to get a bit more juiced to be seriously meta. But he does have the finesse shot trait and 92 curve, which is a bit insane. So if you do like finesse shots and you are still trying to play to that meta, El Shaarawy will be very good for you. Moving on to our next player as well. A very cheap option. We have Luis Muriel. He's cracked on this game. Seriously good. Good short pass and vision. Insane dribbling. Good strength and good finishing. And he's what? He's got to be 1,000 coins, you know, maximum, which is crazy for how good this card is. If he gets a few special cards as well, oh my god. With the 4-star as well, he's very meta on this game and can be used now still. Even off the bench, you know, if you want to start him. I actually got bodied by him in one game in Champs. And yeah, he's very good and very meta as well. Moving on to our next player. Bit of an interesting choice here. Inform Osimhen. Good finishing. Okay agility and balance. Not very good dribbling outside of that. But good strength. And he's very good in the air as well. 4-star weak foot on him as well. 6'1". He's kind of like a target man that's very quick. Get an engine on this card. And this is a very nice card actually. Once you get an engine on it. But obviously his passing is very low. He's kind of like an in-behind kind of striker. You don't want to be passing it short. And then, you know, he just can't really pass it very well at all. If you can avoid passing too much with him, though, and just playing him as like the in-behind striker, as I've already said, you've got an awesome card on your hands here as well. Moving on to our next player, we have a CDM, and one of the best CDMs in the game at the start of the game. That's Kessie. He was ridiculous at the start. Still very good now, but he probably needs a special card or two to get his passing up, which is very low. If you are using him in your team, get a shadow on him and just play him as an actual CDM with that 4-star weak foot as well. He's still very good, but I just can't deal with that lack of passing. But he is there to just be your destroyer and your mainstay CDM. So if you are okay with that, then get him. Moving on to our next player, we have Spinazzola. Personally, for me, not a favourite. Some people do like him though. Good defensive awareness and good pace, and that's it. His card is not very good at all, if I'm being honest. But he's quick and he's got good defensive stats. That's why people like him. I'm personally not a fan though. Obviously he has 4-star as well, which is really nice. But I would avoid him. I'd always go for Tio over him. He is a cheap Tio though, really, with 4-star skills. But I am not a fan personally of him. Next up we got Koulibaly, who obviously I did say was in contention with Skriniar. I don't like the pace split at all on Koulibaly though. If you do have his player of the month, that card is a fair bit better. But yeah, not for me. Stick a shadow on this card if you are using him. He is still good, but that pace is strange, and his agility and balance is very low, which is quite concerning for me. But Varane's very good, so maybe this card is brilliant as well. I have no doubt that he is good. Just not my kind of player personally. But yeah, Koulibaly is there. And then that's it for the team then, boys. One other player I did want to quickly talk about, probably better than El Shaarawy actually. Let me go and get him real quick for you. Serie A, left wing, that'll be Insigne. The reason I'm not a fan of him is his shooting stats are quite bad, but everything else is ridiculous on him. Finesse shot trait as well, so if you do need somebody like that instead of El Shaarawy, go and get him. He has 4-star, 4-star as well, which is a bit better. 5'4" though, he'll get destroyed by everybody, so that's why I'm not really a fan. But he's very, very good on the ball, insane dribbling, so if you do want to pick him up, go and pick him up. But as you can see, lads, that is the team. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like on it, and you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. That's going to be it from me for now, lads, so take care, and I'll see you in the next one.